And the Terrapins will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Penn State's offense takes the field. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks. Us talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Got his man. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Caught. And this one will be stopped for no gain. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go?
On the double. 29 Philly.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with
Makes the quick grab. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Second down, he'll throw it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. From the gun, the ground game. Got the first down and more. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line as they pick up the 15, and they've got it in plus territory. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Off the RPO, complete. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Unleashes one deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. They'll go to the air. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Caught in the backfield, it's Mayer. Man, defender missed. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a...
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
It's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Quick strike complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Penn State! The offense cashing it in on that drive. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball, placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wideout, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. This will be his second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. A safe ball on the wide receiver screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, running back on the move. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Third and short now from their own 48. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The play action fake. Completes it in the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So now to start the second quarter, they'll line up and try a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Terrapins come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quickly out to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. They'll try to run for it. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. They're not going to kick the ball away. They're not going to bring out anyone who puts a foot to the ball. They're going to use the foot to get in bounds and make the catch and move the chains.
And that's not a high percentage throw by any stretch. That had to be orchestrated perfectly to come down with that and move the chains. Great job between the QB and his target.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Terrapins will hustle with the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get something done this time. He lets one fly deep. He's got it away. Finds some room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's coming out of the end zone. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him to force him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Pocket breaking down. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Terrapins send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got enough for the first. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, Penn State! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. It's complete to the left. Just keeps moving. He's loose down the left side. Past the 30. 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Terrapins.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Makes the grab over the middle. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. To the air on first down. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in an amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Grab behind the line. It's Hayden. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll send the back in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hayden. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half when you got to have an execution. It's got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Hayden. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Terrapins want to crank the tempo.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my step. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Working that left side now. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Terrapins have their offense in high gear. Give to the running back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Makes the catch. It's Mayer. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. He leaves it with his back. Makes it past the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got an open man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Gets it out fast. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run.
Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, saw it, put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Off-play action on first down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the air on second down. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. And the Terrapins will punt it away on fourth down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits up.
Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on third. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line as he made some hay after picking off that pass.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hayden. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A strike downfield. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Terrapins will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and look for room. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
The Nittany Lions come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man quickly. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Back to pass. The quick out. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Handoff from the gun. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Penn State! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The give from the gun. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Hayden. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Wide open downfield. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his tight end.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Unloads it left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Really great job and coverage by the defender on that play, swatting the ball away.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. A big play as he takes it all the way down to the 17-yard line before going out of bounds.
First down for the offense.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his man. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. The Terrapins are flying down the field. He's looking to pass. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
The AT unit on the field. Splits those uprights right in half. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you can make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Oklahoma State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Quick screen to the speedster outline.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Gets it out quickly. Turning it on. Ripping off a clearly good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Caught at the 25. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The RPO, it's complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
It's caught. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal. The Nittany Lions didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to get in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. And the Terrapins want to pick up the tempo. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front 7 has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
The Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got enough for the 1st down. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit him right in the middle of the field.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. And the offense will take that gift, set up right. Touchdown, Penn State! And the beatdown has ensued.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
It'll be a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really